approximately 200 kilometers inland from Geraldton and 10 kilometers south of Yalgoo, you'll find the Joker's Tunnel. Tunneled through solid rock in the 1890s, it's physically impressive. There is a bit of mystery as to why it's called the Joker's Tunnel, however, and who doesn't love a good mystery? William Nuttall discovered gold within the Nose Nest Range in 1894 and named his lease the Yalgoo Joker. The Yalgoo goldfields were declared a year later, and 16 more leases were registered. Most of these were named after card games, like Full Hand and the King of Hearts. I can't give much insight into the naming of mining leases, but it's assumed they're playing off the fact that gold mining was a game of chance. Many prospectors would have dug a hole and left empty-handed. A small informal settlement sprung up nearby. It included a pub also called the Joker, along with a 20-head gold battery. The town site was never formally gazetted, but shows on old mining maps. Supposedly, they show a handful of structures on the side of the road leading up to the leases. That's what I've read anyway. I failed to find the mentioned maps anywhere. Eventually, Nuttall's lease was bought out by an English-backed syndicate. At their helm, approximately 60 men were employed. Because of their wealth at the time, English investment in the area was very common. The Joker's Tunnel, on the other hand, isn't even on the Joker lease. The peak it's tunnelled through is on the northern end of the range. Unremarkably, the lease is called the Star of Bilbarratha. This appears to be named after a nearby hill, judging by the map viewer on Tengraph. So, why is Joker in the name? Some say that it's simply named after the nearby lease, but other theories run deeper. Like other operations, it was funded by English investors and supposedly dug in 1896. Out of the many investments from the English, some went well, while others did not. Joker's Tunnel was of the latter. Out of the 550 tons of rock that was processed from the tunnelling, only 3 kilograms of gold was ever found. In comparison, Nuttall discovered 3 kilograms of gold in just 50 kilograms of stone, and that was just during his initial strike on the Joker lease. I'm not a geologist, but I've read that the geology of the peak isn't encouraging for the prospect of finding gold either. Surely they would have known that, so why was it dug? There is a great ABC article on the tunnel that includes some interesting opinions. The owner of the Yalgoo pub, Stan, believes that it was the big joke of the town and is named as such. However, a historian named Alex Palmer believes that it was a scam. England had a lot of money during this period, and as such, it was quite common to mislead unwitting investors. Shiny treasures were promised, but instead, the scammer would run off with the investment money. I'm not exactly sure how the scam worked, but it sounded like they would just straight up disappear or claim they found nothing, whether they did or not, or if they even attempted to. This would have been trivial to achieve when you're on the other side of a pre-internet world. You could just disappear. In this case, the Joker would have been the rich and clueless investor. Still, tunneling would have been a lot of effort, scam or not. It would have been mostly by hand, aided by simplistic and dangerous explosives. It makes you wonder what was really going on. Was it truly a scam, or just the work of someone good at digging, but crap at geology? Regardless, gold discoveries in the region dwindled by 1898. Both the battery and hotel were moved to Fields Find for the next gold rush, about 100 kilometers south. Unfortunately, the hotel would suffer its end by fire in 1927. While the gold rush is long gone, Yalgoo is still populated, although much smaller than the boom times. As such, the Joker's Tunnel is quite accessible. The access road is a bit rough, but I managed in a 2-wheel drive, and that was during average weather. It was a fortunate time to be filming underground. Having said that, be sure to bring a torch, as it is over 100 meters long. The tunnel is also home to cute little bats, so please don't shine your torch into their cute little faces. Also, if you're over 6 foot like I am, be prepared to slouch. The head clearance starts fairly high, but gradually declines towards the exit. It's almost as if whoever dug it started to lose interest the further in they went. That raises a good question too. Who actually dug this tunnel? The short answer is that I have no idea. Tengraph only shows modern leaseholders, and I failed to find it listed on any old maps. I also couldn't find anything on Trove, at least not about the tunnel anyway. There were other, more successful mines on the same Star of Bilbarratha lease. If anyone has access to more solid historical mining information that's not found online, I'd love to know. Regardless of all that, Joker's Tunnel is unique, free to visit, and most importantly, safe. There's not much else out there when it comes to historical mining sites. It's well worth a pit stop if you're driving along the Geraldton Mount Magnet Road. I visited Joker's tunnel on a trip around the Kew, Geraldton and Kalbarri regions where many videos were filmed. If you're interested in the rest of this filming trip, I've released a behind the scenes vlog for the channel's members. There's also a vlog for a separate trip where I visited locations around Kalgoorlie. There are other behind the scenes videos too, like where I detail the production process for the Clays Brook video. The support program is just $3 a month and can be cancelled at any time. That $3 includes the extra content, shows your username at the end of the videos, and also highlights any comments you might make. All money earned goes back into the production of future videos. But otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.